tell me, what university did you attend? What did you study and why? Because we get a lot of international students who haven't come to the UK and are asking, oh, kind of, what shall I study and what's going to help me? And so it'd be good to start from the beginning.
Okay, so I did my bachelor's in law from India,
Yeah.
and I did my master's in law in corporate law from Durham University. So I chose the university because at the time it was ranked 3 for law,
Mm,
and I wanted to do my master's in law from the UK because we are a common law country, and it made more sense
sure.
to to do my master's from here. And once I came here, then I started looking for roles which were law related, and tax stood out for me because I've always wanted to do something in tax. All my internships in India were either in indirect tax or corporate tax or transactions tax. So it made more sense to me. First I was trying for law firms. Law
Mm,
firms at that time were at a hiring freeze because of Brexit.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, you take 8 hours to fill an application, and the next day you get a rejection. And
Yeah.
after careful consideration, it wasn't careful consideration.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when I think you guys came into the picture for me. You
Good.
made me understand that okay, if you want to reach in a particular place, there's not just one road. There are other roads as well.
Yeah.
So then I changed my focus kind of a bit, and
Mhm.
here we are today.
Yeah, and kind of, why did you study law? Would you have wanted, if you had the opportunity, would you have wanted to carry on and continue with a law career?
Uh, to be honest, I studied law because it's very intellectually stimulating for me.
Mm,
I really like the problem solving and the analytical aspect of law.
sure.
And the my career path right now, it's very related to law because it's tax planning.
Hmm.
It's what a tax solicitor does, so it's kind of similar for me. And if I want to make a move to say a different path 3 years down the line after I'm done with my training contract, then it makes sense. I will have UK experience with me, and it'll be a good base to work on.
Yeah, totally. But anyway, law was not to be yet, so tax was
Yeah.
in your in your destiny. So just remembering that time when you were a student and you were applying, how did you manage doing job applications and focusing on your studies? Because I do think that is something that every student that we work with is all complaining about. I'm really struggling with time, managing my time. How did you do it, and what would you give as a good tip?
Okay, so in the beginning I struggled as well because I think I came in October and I started applying since November 2018. And I struggled a lot in the beginning because you focus on the application, it takes a big part of your time. And then you don't have a lot of time to focus on coursework, on the other things. So then I made this system of just giving 2 hours in a day to an application and trying to do as many as I can in those 2 hours. So every day I had this time allocated, that this time, say 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., I'm only going to do job applications, no matter what else I'm doing. Any commitments that I have, this has to take, priority over them, because this is where my life is going to be headed
Exactly.
a year from now. So I think you have to prioritize over the less important things in life.
Yeah.
Say, I'm not saying, don't go out with your friends. Of course, that's also very important. Otherwise, you'll burn out. You need to balance everything. So you don't have college every day. College is like 3 days a week
Hmm.
when you're doing a master's. So in those, say the days you have the college, just give yourself 2 hours, and in the other days, stretch a bit and give yourself 3 hours.
Hmm.
1 hour in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. So that's what I did, and it really helped me a lot. It turned out to be a good 12, 15 hours by the end of the week, which was enough to do 3 applications, 4 applications in 1 week.
Yeah. And it's quality, isn't it? So you're really
Yeah,
spending enough time on each one, not like quick,
because
quick, quick. Let's
yeah,
quickly do this
because you know
application.
that
Yeah.
this time is for this, and you know that okay, I have these 2 hours, and I have to do my best in these 2 hours.
Yeah.
And once you fill in a lot of applications like I did, you will know what to write. You will have an answer cheat sheet for yourself, which you can tweak a bit. You can make some, just add the qualities of the company, their aim, their vision, just add a little bit of research. And so by the end of it, instead of doing 3 applications, you can do 6 applications in a week. So
yeah, so you get quicker. The
you get
first
quicker.
ones always, we always say the first ones take the most time,
Yeah.
because you need to know what your examples are going to be, what your answers are going to be. And that takes a really long time. And you can't apply without doing all of that work, right? But
Yeah.
once you know it, then it's just like, okay, it becomes quicker and quicker and quicker.
Then you see the question, you're like, oh, I wrote this in that application. You just go there, you just copy paste it, and then you change
Exactly.
it a bit.
Yeah, but that's important that you change it a
That's, yeah,
bit.
that's very important. You can't just copy paste. It's not one size fit all approach. It has to be personalized. That's one thing that I found about the UK job process, that they don't want your answers to be very professional. They want it to be personal. They want to know you through that
Mhm.
application. So it's like you're talking to, like we are talking to each other right now. It's like you're
Yeah.
talking to an HR to that application. So it has to be very personal. So
Yeah.
if they ask you why this role, you can't just say because I find that this role is very intellectually stimulating. This role will help me grow. No, you have to give a very personal aspect as to
Mm,
why you want to go in this role, why you will stay with them, why
yeah.
that particular place that you are applying for. All these things have to flow in your answer. And
Yeah.
this thing, you will learn after long, but it's nice to know this from before. I didn't know
Yeah.
this. I didn't know this from the start. So
Of
I
course.
wasted a lot of applications.
Yeah. Well, no, you you can't think of it that you wasted. It's all a learning
Yeah.
opportunity, right? So you needed to do that in order to sit and stop and think, okay, I've made so many applications and I'm not getting anywhere, so I need to stop and think, I need to do something differently now. It's
Okay,
part of
but in
your,
hindsight,
yeah.
if I think of it, if I would have joined you all in November 2018, then I would not have wasted all this.
No,
Then
then you
I
can
would have
have
known
lots
from the
of
beginning.
offers, lots and different job offers, and then you can choose which one you want to take. I know, but we can't worry too much about hindsight, right? Because
Yeah, that's true.
what is meant to be, I think, is always meant to be. So, yeah, but it sounds like once you've got the strategy, you understood exactly what you needed to do and what the employer is looking for, then
Yeah,
it becomes smoother, right? It
it's
becomes a lot
become very
smoother.
smooth.
Exactly. And you're right, it's very personal. Companies want to feel special. They want
Yeah,
to know that they almost don't know, they know that you're going to apply to everywhere, of course,
yeah,
but they want to feel very, very individual and very special, and that you've got a really specific, strong reason for applying
yeah,
to them. And I think the more genuine you can be, the better.
yeah.
So that's
That's
probably,
actually true, because you have to take into consideration they'll be reading around 500, 600 applications,
yeah,
and everyone will write the same.
yeah,
So you have to think, how will I stand out? The only way you can stand out is being yourself, because not everyone is the same. Everyone is different.
yeah.
If you take a very personal approach, you're going to stand out. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. And then in terms of other tools, so obviously you had a good system and you prioritized and you took away a lot of time every single day to focus on this. That's amazing. What about other things that you use? Did you use LinkedIn, and how